Okay, and the fifth key factor to the blueprint for your success is something that not a lot of people... You know what? I got a better way to explain it. It goes something like this. If you act right now, we'll include a Ginsu knife which slices, dices, cuts through cars and tomatoes with ease. And right now, you'll get 2 for the price of 1. That's right, 2 Ginsu knives for the price of 1. If you act right now, you just pay shipping and handling on the second Ginsu knife. You know what I mean? That would be considered something in the industry called a compelling offer. Number 5. And the reason it's a compelling offer is because it sounds irresistible. And the guy was talking really fast, and everybody needs a Ginsu knife. And for those of you old enough to remember what I just said, if you don't know what a Ginsu knife is, go to YouTube and type in Ginsu knife infomercial. Now, what does that mean? I had the great honor and great ability of growing up in a time when this is what we used to watch 2 o'clock in the morning on television. You can get food dehydrators, you can get all kinds of stuff. You can get spray on hair. Some of you remember, some of you don't. If you don't worry about it. But the concept was, they became so successful because if you act right now, we'll include, and those phrases. But wait, there's more. Those key phrases are some of the best marketing phrases ever created. Now, I grew up in an infomercial world. What that means is I am pre-internet. Okay? I am television at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I bought my share of pocket fishermen's, food dehydrators, and I never got to spray on hair, but I guess now I actually might need it. Not gonna get into it. Point being is compelling offers are the only way you're ever going to sell things on a continual basis. I'll give you an example. How many times you've ever gone into a store and you say, we're having a sale right now and it's 10% off. Everybody does it. I mean, literally every furniture store, every appliance store, everybody's always constantly having sales. Sales are not necessarily going to generate money for you. And the reason why is because it's been done so much and so often. So forgive this. This is me going, everyone tries the same stuff. And one of the things that always drove me crazy, still drives me crazy, as you can tell in the marketing industry, is if you're copying everybody else and expecting the same results, that's the definition of insanity. Now, for those of you old enough to remember, there's a guy by the name of Zig Ziglar who get up in the middle of the stage and go, the definition of insanity is doing the same things and expecting different results. Now, he did it much better than I did, and I hope I did him justice. But as part of that cycle, as part of that culture, those of us that understand what people really want also have to understand. I spent 17 years learning why people do what they do, why they go through the process. Just in specific science, psychology. The psychology of the sale is you got to connect the dots. And if you connect the dots for people and make it easy, they'll do it. But they also have to have a compelling reason to come in the first place. And that is one of the most missed opportunities that most companies like yours, let's say for sake of argument, if you do this right now, we'll include this. This becomes a part of the deal. Some companies say, hey, well, listen, if you do it now, we'll pay the tax. And really, that's just a discount on the price, but it sounds better than 10 or 12 or 15% off. See, you've got to use words and phrases that connect with the audience. At the same time, make a real value out of something that you're doing. Gift with purchase is one of the most powerful, because if you use a gift with purchase and a compelling offer, then you're adding value but not discounting your price. So there are 2 schools of thought on this. I come from the school of thought that says whatever works for your company is what you use. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both. It can be either. But to understand, usually it's either giving a discount or breaking something down so it's less costly. What you do in that scenario, though, is you run the risk of training your customers to always ask for a discount. The more powerful approach is if you give something of value with something of value, because now it increases the value and actually the price seems reduced. It's the most powerful psychological move you can make. Now, I'm not going to tell you which one to use. I'm not going to tell you which one's better. I'm going to say to you, if you don't have either one of them, it doesn't matter, because your competition is going to do it, because one of them is going to figure out how to get you. Okay, if we floor 3 rooms, we'll give you 1 room for free, is better than discounting by 25% every time. Buy one, get one free is better than buy one at 50% off, 100% of the time, because the word free is the most powerful marketing word you can ever use. So the reality is, Let's go back to your website. You have a capture, a lead capture, and we'll talk about how that works in a second. In that lead capture, or basically transition, law of reciprocation between you and a potential customer, you give something of value, they give you their name and email in return. Now, that piece generates more leads the more valuable and compelling that it is. Prime example, we set one up for a particular customer. Our customer uses a lead capture and gives away a free something. And I'm not going to get into details because I'm not going to give away trade secrets for everybody. But if you want your own, you just contact us. We'll do it for you. We'll build it for you, right? But if you want to understand it, it's that if you give something for free for giving their name and address or name and email address for sake of a better term, you have a higher chance of grabbing a lead. Now, if they give you their information, they're telling you, they're knocking at your door. They're knocking and saying, I'm interested in your product and service. In fact, I just signed up for your free thing. Now, that allows you to do something we're going to talk about in one of the next sections, which is the most powerful back-end marketing blueprint success strategy there is to understand that you got to get their attention. So compelling is also, hey, now I've got a whole video. I don't even know where I'm supposed to point right now. I got a whole video somewhere else that talks about grabbing someone's attention and how quickly you've got to do it and how much limited time you have to do it to get their attention. But that's just getting their attention. From the getting their attention, you've got to give them something of compelling value. One of the customers we had used to take out ads the same way as every other company in their industry every week. And I restructured the entire marketing approach to go, okay, here's something different to try. Oh, I don't know if we can do that. This is what everyone does. And that's the whole point. Look, the easiest way to give you an example, go into the classified ad section of a newspaper. If you still have newspapers in your town or city, okay, go to the classified ad section. Go quickly in, doesn't matter what you're looking for. Ask yourself, do all the ads look the same? And then see the one that gets your attention. It's usually something that says, bah, blah, da. Something that gets your attention, stands out about all the ads, but all the other ads look the same. So I said to this particular client, I said, if your ads look the same as their ads, you get lost in the noise because the classified ad section is just noise. Unless you're looking for something specific and looking at specific sets of ads. Now, if you want to get someone's attention, you have to have a grabber. I have to something that goes, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me. Now, again, it could be something cute, it can be something cheeky, it can be something, I don't care. Because the minute you get their attention, you've got a 90% higher chance of them looking and reading and contacting and connecting with your information. If you don't, you have almost this 0% chance. But most people just go with the standard advertising or standard marketing or standard, this is what everyone else is doing, do this. Realtors are just crazy that way. But for those of us in the home services business arena, think of it this way. If you've got a specific type of specialty, then amplify that noise with a specific headline and then give them a compelling offer, an irresistible reason to do business with you. If you act right now, we'll include a second Ginsu knife for free. All you do is pay for shipping and handling. What you never understood about that ad was the shipping and handling cost covered the cost of the second Ginsu knife. All you need to understand is you're not going to give away something that you're not going to be able to generate back in return, but the customer feels compelled, or the potential customer feels compelled to give you the law of reciprocation. And that is what we're triggering in everyone. If you go back to the beginning, to go all the way back to basically understanding your story, in this blueprint for success, we're connecting the dots and we're doing this constantly. Law of reciprocation is a pendulum and people love pendulums. People hate running into walls. So, in a nutshell, compelling, grabbing, attention, success. And for you, all you have to do is figure out how you separate yourself from the herd and generate more clients, more customers, more leads, and therefore more sales because of it. Yeah.